I'm going to be teaching you what your mother should have taught you. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Leolations. So today we are doing a highly requested Leolations video. We will be talking about feminine hygiene. We're going to be talking about the taboo subjects that some of y'all don't like to talk about, but I don't mind talking about. So let's just get into it. It's very important as a young woman that you know how to take care of yourself, that you know how to take care of your hygiene, that you know how to keep up with yourself. Like, maintenance days are amazing, they're beautiful, but that's all external beauty things. Yes, we're going to discuss that, but I mainly want to discuss the internal things: taking care of your health, being hygienic, knowing how to clean your body properly, knowing what to do when you get in certain situations. It's very important as a young woman that you understand how to take care of yourself. You have a womb, you are a feminine being. This requires extra care, this requires attention, okay? And it's very essential that you understand how to take care of yourself as a young woman, just for your overall confidence. I don't understand really why there are so many misconceptions or taboos around feminine hygiene. We're changing the tide, we're changing the ways, we're changing the vibe, and we're gonna learn what to do and how to do just enough, and what we have to do to be on top of our feminine maintenance, to be on top of our feminine hygiene, and to be able to take care of ourselves and live a happy and healthy life. And if you see me looking down, it's because I have notes on my phone because I didn't want to forget anything. So first things first, you guys have to understand what exactly feminine hygiene is, what it all encompasses. Feminine hygiene is a combination of cleanliness, menstrual care, because you have a menstrual cycle, you are a lunar being, and vaginal health. You have to take care of your vagina. You have a vagina. I feel like somebody mama, like right now, just explaining this all to you. But understand, especially when you become sexually active, you have to be very aware of this. Your vagina has like a natural microbiome, just like your gut has a natural microbiome, okay? And a lot of things can throw off your natural microbiome. A lot of things can throw off your pH balance. Things like sex, unprotected sex or protected sex, the type of underwear you wear. If you're working out and you're not cleaning yourself properly, it's important to keep her very dry. She needs to be dry, moisturized, but she needs to be dry. You don't want a hot, wet environment down there, unless you're in the act. But in your day-to-day, you don't want a hot, wet environment. That's a breeding ground for bacteria. That will throw your pH balance off. Tight clothes can mess up your pH balance. That's why it's important to wear loose-fitting clothes so that, you know, air can breathe through and things like that. It's important to wear fabrics for your underwear that are breathable, like cotton. Your diet can mess up your pH balance if you're eating too many sweets, candies, too much dairy. That could for sure give you a yeast infection, because a yeast infection is basically this organism called candida that lives in the gut, and it also can live in your vagina. And whenever you're eating too many sugary foods, too many sweets, the candida feeds on that and it overgrows. Using scented soaps, antibiotics can throw it off, medications can throw it off. Balance is really key. Another thing that could throw off your pH balance: scented soaps. Using all of these scented products. Everybody's vagina is not the same, so some people may be more sensitive than other people. Some people are fine with a little fragrance, some people are not. So it really just depends on you. That's something that you're gonna have to trial and error with. I say just stay away from the scented soaps altogether. To clean down there, use some type of baby soap, use some type of unscented cast iron soap, use something like that. I wouldn't even say use Dove. Dove isn't even a soap that cleans necessarily. It's really a beauty bar and it's heavily scented. Douching. I am against douching. I know that some people are for it. I am against it. I don't think that you need to shoot anything up there to clean her out. She's gonna clean herself out. The vagina is a self-cleaning system. You just have to work with her, okay? We were made perfectly. She knows how to clean herself. You don't have to shoot 5,000 different liquids up there for it to be clean. That's going to throw off your pH balance. Another tip that I have when it comes to vaginal care, specifically aftercare after you have sex. You can use these little like feminine wipes to just like, you know, clean up there, wipe under your arms. You can use these feminine wipes even when you're not having sex. You could use them after you use the restroom. You could use them if you've just been out all day and you want to freshen up. You want to always freshen up after you have sex. So now we're going to get into menstrual care. Whenever you have your period, right? I understand that a lot of girls struggle with heavy cramps, heavy bleeding, a whole bunch of different issues, things like PCOS, just really painful periods, and there are a lot of things that you could do to help your symptoms, starting with lifestyle changes, different supplements, different teas you could drink, which I will mention. But first things first, let's discuss menstrual products. So there are different types of products that you can use when you are on your menstrual cycle, when you are actually on your period, when you're actually bleeding. You can use pads, which is my personal preference. You could use tampons. You could use menstrual cups. I've never tried that personally. I think they have menstrual discs as well, and they've also come out with period panties. I haven't tried that, but I am intrigued. I'm intrigued by that. I haven't tried it personally. You're gonna have to try different things out and see what works for you. It really just depends on you, your preference, and your lifestyle. When you're buying pads and you're buying tampons, try to get the brands that aren't putting extra dyes and products and things like chlorine and bleach in there, because they're doing that. Majority of the brands are putting harmful chemicals into the pads and into the tampons, which is another reason why women's hormones are so messed up and we have all of these terrible symptoms and these mood swings and things like this. They're putting things in the products that really mess with your body and really mess with your endocrine system, endocrine disruptors. The pads that I use personally, I use the Always Flex Foam Pure Cotton pads. I highly recommend this brand. This is my favorite brand. I've tried the L brand before. I think that they are in the middle of a lawsuit right now. I'm not entirely too sure, but I do like their panty liners. Do your research on some different brands when it comes to tampons. You just want to make sure you're changing your pad like every 4 hours, every 3 to 4 hours. Don't just be sitting in the same pad for 12 hours. Good God, like, please don't do that. Even with tampons, you cannot leave a tampon in for longer than 8 hours. You might get toxic shock, I believe it's called. Don't ever leave a tampon in for longer than 8 hours. Now, when it comes to the cups or the discs, I think those can stay in longer because it holds a larger amount of blood, but I'm not sure exactly how long those could stay in. So just, if that's something that you're using, or if you use them personally and you know, feel free to let the girls know in the comments. I don't know because I've never tried them and I don't use them, but I feel like I've heard that you could leave those in longer. Let's get into everyday hygiene products. Some things that you should be doing daily to take care of your feminine hygiene. Let's do the basics first. Every day you need to be washing your face. Get the crust out of your eyes. Don't piss me off. I don't care if you're not leaving the house. You need to wash your face and you need to brush your teeth. When it comes to brushing your teeth, make sure that you're brushing your teeth for at least 2 minutes. Get you a timed toothbrush that times those 2 minutes. Get you a toothbrush that vibrates, soft bristles. You don't have to attack your teeth. There's no reason that your toothbrush should look like this. There's no reason that your toothbrush should look like this. You're not fighting against your teeth. You're not trying to break them out of your mouth. I would say use a fluoride-free toothpaste, but that is just me personally. Use whatever you want. You need to be tongue scraping. Brushing your tongue is not enough. Buy you a tongue scraper off Amazon. They sell them at Marshalls. They sell them at TJ Maxx. They sell them at Target. They sell them at Walmart. They sell them at HEB. You have no excuse. Another thing that will be good for you to do for your overall teeth care, your dental care, doing some form of oil pulling. After I wash my face, I'll throw in the oil, go make my bed, and then I'll do like my little skincare, and then I spit it out, get to brushing, and then I tongue scrape. That's literally the routine. That is how you take care of your oral hygiene. With lip care, you can brush your lips with your toothbrush, Or you could get a nice little lip scrub and do your lip scrub every other day. Just rub it in. I like Luscious lip scrubs. There are so many people that sell lip scrubs. You can make a quick lip scrub with some sugar, with some honey, with some sugar and some coconut oil even, and that could be your little lip scrub. Oh, this is another thing that's super important. Flossing. Floss after your meals. Get the food out from between your teeth. This is how you get cavities. Taking care of your skin, having a solid skincare routine. This is very, very specific to each person, so I can't really tell you exactly what to do because everybody has different skin issues that they need to target. But what I will say is that you need to make sure that you have a good cleanser. You need to make sure that you have a good moisturizer. You could throw a serum in there, a serum that targets exactly what you're trying to treat. So whether that's a serum for hyperpigmentation, a serum for texture, or a serum to shrink your pores, or a serum that will clear your skin, whatever it is, you could throw a serum in there, but I don't think it's necessary if you have like naturally clear skin. All you really need is a good cleanser and a good moisturizer and a good sunscreen. Another thing you need is a good exfoliator. Exfoliate your skin 2 to 3 times a week. I do 3 times a week because I tend to get closed comedones on my face. I use the Dermalogica microfoliant, the daily microfoliant, I believe it's called. I use this in combination with my cleanser about 3 times a week, and this keeps any closed comedones or any like under skin blemishes at bay. One thing that's really helped me is getting monthly facials. I know that everybody can't go and get a monthly facial. Even if you can't, you can do your own facial at home, but I do highly suggest that you go to an esthetician and you work with an esthetician because they will be able to tell you what products that they think will work best for your skin, and they will be able to help you craft a skincare regimen that will get you to where you want to get. Make sure that you have a good lip balm for your lips. Vaseline works, Aquaphor works. Like, Vaseline and Aquaphor are not moisturizers, those are occlusives. They seal in moisture. So when you see people doing things like slugging and things like that, that's when you use Vaseline, that's when you use Aquaphor. It locks in the moisture from your cream moisturizer or from your water-based moisturizer. A moisturizer needs to be water-based. That's how it's gonna hydrate your skin. So make sure that you have a solid skincare routine and that you are maintaining that and that you are doing that daily. You need to have a morning routine and you need to have a night routine. You're more than likely gonna do more in your night routine before you go to bed than you do in your morning routine. That's at least how I do it. That's how I've did it all in my life. You need to be taking care of your skin every single day. And that's just the face. Let's get into the body. So when it comes to body care, you wanna make sure that you have a good soap. You could do a bar soap and body wash combo. That's what I do. But if not, you could just do body wash. You could just do bar soap, whichever one. I more so use bar soap because I feel like that's what cleans me, and then I use the body wash for like a scent. And whenever you cleanse, you want to make sure that you're using something that actually gets dirt and debris and dead skin off of you. So what I like to use is I like to use these African nut sponges. You could get these from Amazon. You could get these from, actually I don't know where else you could get them from because I get them from Amazon. And you know what, I might as well put all of these products in my Amazon storefront so that you guys could go and shop them. But because the African net sponges are exfoliating, you don't have to go like ham. Because it's abrasive, that will actually just get the dirt and the grime and the dead skin off of you versus using just like a regular washcloth. I do suggest that you use a regular washcloth on your vajayjay, but you don't want to use anything abrasive up in there. Like on the top to exfoliate maybe, but like up in there, absolutely not. Okay, she's a flower, treat her as such. You want to use a soft washcloth with your baby soap, with your cast out soap, your unscented soap. You want to make sure that you're cleaning your body properly. Okay, don't just hit all the big areas. You need to be cleaning in your neck, you need to be cleaning behind your ears, you need to be cleaning behind your knees, you need to be cleaning between your toes, you need to be cleaning in your ears. Okay, you need to clean all of these areas that go unnoticed. You need to clean those because dirt builds up in those areas. You don't want dirt marks all over your body. That's not hygienic. Make sure that you're cleaning your body properly. I don't think that loofahs really do a good job of cleaning, me personally, but to each his own. I really love the African nut sponges. I've been using those for years now. When it comes to moisturizing the body, I moisturize differently depending on what the season is. When it is winter time, I always do an oil on my body. While I'm still wet, I'll put an oil on my body, and then I'll pat my body dry, and then I put on a body butter. Okay, so I do an oil first to lock in the moisture from the water, and then I do a body butter on top. If it's summertime, springtime, the hotter months, I'll just do the oil, or I'll just do a lotion. I won't even do a body butter because I don't really like to feel sticky. The oils that I use personally don't feel sticky, and I'll have those in my Amazon storefront as well. If I've had a long day and I just want to shower and go to bed, I'll always do the oil because I literally just put that on as soon as I turn off the water, and then I just pat dry and my body is already moisturized. So even if you don't want to do the body butter or the oil, definitely get yourself a good lotion. But I am pro oil. I just feel like I feel more luxurious when I use an oil. I feel more moisturized when I use an oil. I feel more feminine, more goddess-like, lathering myself in oil, using nice smelling oils on my skin. So I really like using oils. It's another way that you smell good too, because your oil usually has a scent to it. The ones that I use have scents to them, and it just adds an extra layer of smell good to you, and it just makes you soft and shiny and moisturized. Like, I absolutely love it. So I definitely recommend that. And last but not least, we're gonna get into you making sure that you are staying on top of your appointments. As a woman, it is extremely important that you schedule regular gynecologist appointments annually or as needed. Make sure that at least once a year you are going to get a well woman's exam, meaning you are going to get a pap smear, making sure that everything is right and tight, making sure that you don't have any issues like fibroids, making sure that you don't have any abnormalities, making sure that your vaginal health is in tip-top shape. Even if you're experiencing any difficulties or any concerns, this is when you express to the doctor, hey, I'm experiencing this, what could this be? Is this normal? Is this not normal? These are the things that you talk to your gynecologist about. If you are sexually active, I do suggest that you go to the gynecologist every quarter or every 6 months, depending on how many partners you have. If you're in a committed relationship, go every 6 months. Make sure that everything is good. Make sure he ain't cheating on you, and make sure you don't find out that he cheating on you because he gave you something. And if something is off, you always go to the gynecologist. If you feel like something is off, if you having some type of irritation, if you have some type of abnormalities, you need to go to the gynecologist and you need to see what's up. It's all about being proactive. So make sure that you stay on top of that. It's also important to get regular STI and STD checking. You can get tested at your gynecologist. If you're in college, you can go get tested at your student health center. If you don't have access to your student health center, or if you don't have a gynecologist, you could get tested at the emergency room. You could get tested at clinics. You don't need insurance to get tested. You could pay out of pocket. There are some places that do free testing. There are so many options. There is no excuse. Make sure that you are being responsible. Make sure that you're getting tested regularly. You need to make sure that you are scheduling 2 dentist appointments per year. Every 6 months, you need to go get a checkup. Get your teeth cleaned. Get those scans. Make sure you don't have any cavities. Make sure you don't have gum disease. Make sure you don't have any abscesses. Make sure you don't have any abnormalities in the mouth. And as long as you're doing what I told you to do with the hygiene routine, you should be fine. But you want to make sure you stay on top of it, period. If you have braces, if you do Invisalign, then you know with the orthodontist, you need to go get those tightened and adjusted monthly. I remember those days. A lot of people don't know. This smile didn't come easy. I had braces for 5 years. I done been through it. Eye care. Make sure that you're going to the eye doctor every year. Once a year, you want to go and you want to get an eye exam. You need to see if you need glasses, if you need contacts, whatever it is. Make sure that you're going to check on your eyes, okay? We live in a digital age. We spend a lot of time looking at screens. We spend a lot of time with our phone being like right here. We spend a lot of time looking at computers, and that's not going to slow down anytime soon because we live in a digital era. Make sure you stay on top of that as well. You only need one of those appointments per year. You don't have to go to the eye doctor every 6 months, every quarter, or anything like that. When it comes to everyday hygiene practices, make sure that you're changing your panties daily. If you out here wearing the same panties for days in a row, you need your ass whooped. For real. I love you, but come on. What? I don't care if you putting panty liners on. Absolutely the fuck not. You need to be changing your panties every day. Hell, you can change them multiple times a day, for real. And also, whenever you're washing your body, use a different washcloth for your private areas than you use for the rest of your body and that you use for your face. You don't want to cross-contaminate. You don't want to introduce bacteria to where it doesn't need to be introduced to. There's no reason you should be wiping your ass and wiping your face with the same washcloth. Absolutely not. You're not barbaric. We don't do that around here. That pretty much brings me to the end of today's episode. I really urge you guys and encourage you guys to prioritize your overall well-being and your feminine hygiene. Take care of yourself, okay? I always preach about self-adornment. I always preach about romanticizing the mundane tasks of life. Taking care of your health ties into both of those things. Be hygienic. Stay on top of your hygiene. It's not just about the makeup. It's not just about the hairstyles. It's not just about getting your nails done. Yes, smelling good is important, but that is the icing on the cake. You need to make sure that you're doing all of the other things first. That is the baseline of having a good level of feminine hygiene, okay? I hope that this episode helped you guys. I hope that you guys found some value in this episode. I look forward to talking with you guys again soon, and I love you so, so much. Remember, I am only doing one-on-one calls through the end of this month, so if you want to book a one-on-one call with me, go ahead and do that sooner than later, because yeah, I'll be closing that down at the end of this month, and I have something really exciting that I'm working on for you guys that's dropping in December. I'm gonna start teasing it soon, so you'll get a little bit more of information. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you have a beautiful day. I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye.